That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Ma'am. Oh, sad Monokuma slash Junko.
What? Are you broken again?
It seems like it.
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
She's like right on the right side of you, or left side of you, Nina.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
Yeah, a little bit to the right, hero. That's kind of interesting that Monokuma's sitting like right between Hina and Hiro, and they're not even phased about it.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
There's still the school's mystery. Right? Or is it really over?
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Because we haven't gone into like the the school mystery is part of like the clues that we found there. Ultimate Despair Junko Inoshima? Oh. Fuck. Oh my god, she's really here?
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
What the fuck is that voice?
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world!
What? Half of the entire world?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, and some of our home cooking.
Fuck. This is the real Junko?
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No fucking thank you.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Oh, what? I don't know what to believe.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? What kind of crazy cuckoo bird person is this? She's the real Junko Enoshima?
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
Free? We're like captured?
Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face?
I don't know, but why are you covering it like that?
What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
Why is she talking like she just had a stroke?
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
What? No. I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere too. It was definitely before I got to this school. The first day in the main hall before arriving at the school in the headmaster's room. The main hall, no, the main hall, that's definitely, whatchamacallit. In the main hall, that's Makuro. I've never seen her in the headmaster's room before arriving at... Did we see her face? This is definitely not it, because they already switched then. So the Junko that we saw wasn't really her, that was definitely Makuro. Before arriving at school, I guess that's the only one? Like, we were never in the headmaster's room, or we never saw her in the headmaster's room.
I got it!
Yes?
That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Oh, when he looked it up online.
And you were on it.
Uh-huh, yeah, because she's the fashionista, right?
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
so I was right.
That voice though. I thought my voice was fucked up, but hers is like...
Then
Dunno.
what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Oh, I remember this. Right, we said that, you know, and then she said like, yeah, that's all been photoshopped and shit, right? Huh? Oh, are you talking about my covers and photos and junk? Well, of course, these are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? I remember that conversation, yeah. Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a
What is
little
with that
lie
pose,
is
though?
necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist.
Why does she sound like she's just incredibly bored?
Not even if they're twins.
Twins? What?
Twins!
What?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
What? Mukuro and Junko are twins? Is that what you said?
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship.
What?
The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Is she fucking bipolar?
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Okay, so they definitely work together, but then again, why did she die though? Is she like, yes, this is finally I hated my sister all along. This is finally my opportunity to kill her. Let's do it.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
It's like Toko and Genocide Jack.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
Yeah.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What the fuck? What the fuck is going on, man?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
Of course, there's always one in the family. In my family, it's me.
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Okay.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, Her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines.
Dang, that's how you look at your other twin sister? Okay. Well, she's the ultimate despair, I guess. They don't really have trouble throwing away someone like that.
Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Yeah, but by yourself?
Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That's what I felt as well, like with you know, Junko's death, which we now know is Makoto's death. It was like, it was to show how serious the rules were, right? That the punishment that was, like, what would happen if you break the rules, that it's actually real. That it's not just a veiled, empty threat, it's actually a real threat, and the punishment is real for breaking the rules. Therefore, like, okay, Monokuma, or Junko / Makoto attack Monokuma, that was one of the rules that you weren't allowed to do, and bam, punished for it. That makes everyone just say like, oh shit, this shit is serious, we cannot break any of the rules. So that, from that moment on, everybody, you know, accepted the rules and wouldn't break it at all.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
But that's... to kill your twin sister like that for it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
Oh, she really just that sick and twisted of a person?
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
What the fuck is this? Oh my god, Junko, what the fuck? I don't even know what the... Is she like 100 different characters in one?
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Yeah, I'm guessing this was not part of the plan. Of course it wasn't, yeah. Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me? Oh, I remember that, yeah.
So, you figured it out?
How can someone look that cute be the fucking master? God damn you, Yuko. Don't make me fall in love with you with your cute eyes and your big boobs and stuff.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
Yep.
How can you talk like that?
About your own twin sister.
You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
I guess that's part of her being the ultimate despair, right?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary.
Misunderstand? What?
We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
But then why would she actually act surprised though?
We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything.
I guess it's not that she minds dying, it's just that she was surprised that just the fact that her sister killed her and that she died because of that, I guess. I don't know.
We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
Oh my god, is this her emo side?
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Fuck me.
Huh? Killing my precious sister with my own two hands.
Why does she have mushroom in her hair?
That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
Super duper.
Super, 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 super despair.
I get it. Super despair.
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else. She must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
Do you want the same fate? Because, to be honest, that can be arranged.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
Nope, just hopeless.
I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Cause on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
But is it really her behind all of this? I don't know. I feel like throughout all the information that we've gathered about the mastermind before we now know who's apparently the mastermind, is that I don't know. I just had this image in my head of that it was this person that just you could see from them, and they have so much power. Where that is not something I get when I look at Junko, because they seemingly have taken over the airwaves on the TV and all that stuff, and I don't know what the hell's going on with the world, but they even made it seem like, you know, they had some sort of control over what's happening in the world, like the entire fate of the world lies in our hands, and it's like blah blah blah. And I just don't get that sense when I see her, that she's the person that did all of that, and that she has that much power. But yeah, I mean, looks again can be deceiving in that direction, but I don't know.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
I mean, if you look at her, would you just think like she did all that we've just gone through? Every single piece of information that we know, every single shit that we've gone through, all the you know, the things that were set in place for us to go and kill each other. I just don't get the sense that the person that did all that looks like this. It's just hard for me to process. Doesn't mean it's not true. It just takes a while for me to accept it, I guess.
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You
What?
still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
So I guess Monokuma is a part of her too.
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
True, you gotta solve the mysteries of the school.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait!
Alright, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
Yeah, like she's just gonna straight up say it, right? Hero, fuck me.
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Entrance exams?
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before.
Yeah, can Hiro and Toko just, you know, not interfere? Because they're not gonna do anything anyway.
All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things? Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us, the memories that were stolen from us, and what they must be related to. The founding of Hope's Peak Academy, class trials, the motives Monokuma came up with. Yeah, founding of Hope's Peak Academy. I doubt it's this one. The memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. I just don't see how. I feel like it's gonna be this one. How it doesn't relate, because Hope's Peak was already before us, right? It has nothing. The founding of it has nothing to do with our memories. The class trials, no, that has nothing to do with our memories either. Not from the memories that we're missing. So it must have something to do with the motives that Monokuma came up with.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
Yeah, you better.
So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Specific theme?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
The fact that she had something in like the real world. The theme for the motive Monokuma gave us for the first murder. Monokuma gave us those DVDs, and that was something that would, you know, some sort of thing that they a motivation for them to go back to the real world, for wanting to go back. On my DVD was footage of my family. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So for the first murder, the motives we were given were human connections, international relations, love triangles. What? The first one was our DVD was with our family. Okay, no fucking way. Does that mean it's a love triangle? Okay, it's got to be human connections, right? Our connection from Makoto with his parents and his family. Sayaka, the human connections with her friend, or friends rather, from her pop group.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
But those were not real, right?
For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results.
For real?
It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
She's like a psychology mastermind. Oh, okay. Wrong word to use there because she is the mastermind, of course.
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
Yes, she's back! The cute version is back.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder? Who got killed in the second one? Chihiro, right? Yeah. That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So the theme that time was the meaning of life. Yep, the meaning of life is how everybody used to wet their bed when they were a little boy and girl. Strong heart, the past, definitely the
I
past.
got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
Dang.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
True.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
The theme for the third murder was... What was it again? The reason Celeste turned to murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle. And all that was with the money, right? She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time, the motive for the murder was popularity, new outlook, greed. It's gotta be greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
These all sound like human sins. Now, the past isn't exactly a sin.
Seek and
Nor is human
destroy!
connections.
Hell yeah, you got it again!
Oh no, can't we just only have the cute one back?
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
I'm guessing there's some sort of point behind it, that she didn't just do it randomly, just in there like, let's go with this now. No, there's gotta be a reason why she did it, why she chose those things, and why in that order, for example, and thing, I guess.
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
She got betrayed, right? Oh, it felt like she betrayed us. The motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the motive in the fourth case was blackmail. It could be secrets. Not necessarily secrets. I don't know. Actually, all could be possible. I feel like it's betrayal though, because it felt that way for us as well. Because it felt like she was someone that we could trust. And then when they found out about it, they sort of, I guess people felt betrayed in a sense, and then scared because of it. And she's somewhat felt it too.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
It wasn't that hard.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal?
Yeah.
These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
Yeah, they would actually be normal motives for people in the real world to kill each other.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope.
That's true, and that's the thing that we've learned, and that's the thing that has sort of always happened, right? The point that Monokuma and slash Junko wanted us to have was to feel despair. And she did so by always giving us hope and then crushing it in some way.
Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories.
This is part of our memories.
What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
Yeah, definitely.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
True, because she gave us an out in a way, right? And that out is our hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
Ah, because before, we had all promised to stay here at the school. So if we still had our memories, we would have no desire to leave because we already promised the fact that we were willing to stay at the school forever. Is that the reason for taking our memories? I mean, it makes sense, but...
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
That's what we saw in all those DVDs. That's why we all said yes to willing to stay here at the school forever if it was needed. But then what? Then the question becomes, like, that's something that we wondered before as well. Like, why? Why did we say yes? And that's an answer everyone doesn't know that's a question no one knows the answer to yet.
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint. Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
Oh yeah. Well, like that is something that we don't know what the hell is going on, right? We're sort of led to believe that, or that the possibility was there that something might be going on in the outside world or something. And because we've been disconnected for it, we don't know. And that's where our mind probably makes up scarier things than is actually the case. Because you just don't know, you don't see it. Therefore you think the worst thing possibly could have happened while in fact nothing actually happened. You're just making yourself crazy in that sense a bit. But I am interested. What the hell has been happening? The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
Yeah.
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say?
Yes.
You wanna see what's out there?
Yes, show me.
I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair.
So that means it's not something good.
Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls!
Oh, what is it?
This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
What is it? What? No way! No fucking way! What? Monokuma's taking over the world? Is it Monokuma Revolution? What? That's the Army of Despair or something? What? So he's taking over the world basically. Despair's taking over the world? And we're the only hope left, which is why we were placed in this school. And the headmaster's goal was to try and defeat despair with hope. So we are technically the last hope of the world, I guess, right? Because hope defeats despair. At least that was the idea from the headmaster, I guess. What the fuck?
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right? What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane!
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
So, I'm guessing because part of our memory, it seems like a shock to us because the reason the world is in the state that it is has to do with the fact it's like you said, it's locked away within the memories that we don't have anymore. Therefore, it's a shock to us. If we had our memories, we knew exactly what the fuck was going on in the world, and that's probably the reason why we wanted to stay in the school in the first place, because the outside world was so fucked, and the Hope's Peak Academy is supposed to be this I don't know, this institution in a way that's fighting the despair that's going on in the outside world, I'm guessing, right? So basically all of us decided to come here to fight against despair. And it seems like, I don't know, Junko is the ultimate despair, so she's maybe like the leader of this whole despair revolution, and she's trying to eliminate the only thing that is left there that could possibly defeat the despair, which is us, Hope? I guess that's it?
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall. Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Final class trial. Fuck me. Okay, let's go. Dissect Jack's memory photo of Grandmaster group photo.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
How the fuck do
You
we
want
know?
us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Wait. If I can't remember, then is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost our memory. It really is hopeless after all. No, wait. There's a chance that she hasn't. That she hasn't forgotten. Remember how
Come
the
on,
memory,
bitches!
the memory
Remember
of
or die!
Genocide Jack and
What the fuck happened outside?
Toko is different, right?
You want
It's
us
separate.
to remember or
So
whatever,
if
but
Toko's
when
memory
it
was
comes to that
wiped,
crazy confusing video
but
you
that doesn't
showed
necessarily
us,
mean Genocide Jack's memory
I don't
is wiped.
understand a damn
Therefore, Genocide
thing.
Jack might know.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw?
Is this another one of your right? Where it says like nobody
What am I
remembers. No,
supposed-
Genocide Jack might.
Nobody can remember.
Yes!
And that might be the reason why Genocide Jack is actually
Actually, she might remember.
be like how she is, because that's normal in that world, right? I guess. But for us, it seems fucking crazy, because we have this memory of the past world where everything was all right. I guess.
Who might remember?
Oh, Toko, does somebody have Pepper?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
Yeah. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure they wiped Toko's memory because Toko doesn't remember anything. So Genocide Jack memories shouldn't have been wiped, I imagine?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
Oh, please, Genocide Jack. This is actually kind of weird that we're depending on a serial killer to, you know, bail us out in this situation.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
Yeah, unfortunately, Genocide Jack is more useful than you, Toko.
No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Which is what? What is your identity? A slave?
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Alright, good stuff, Byakuya. She's gonna do it now. It's like the millisecond after Byakuya even opened her mouth, she's like, okay, achoo.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer! Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Why are you surprised, Hina? If Byakuya asked her anything, if she asked her to jump off a goddamn bridge, she would do it.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Please tell me she remembers. What the fuck? He's like, oh yeah. Fuck.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but...
Oh, please tell us.
Of course it does!
Oh, tell us.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
Why? What happened?
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Oh, thank God.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
No, what the fuck is this tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
I feel like the tragedy is actually that the like, you know, the Kickstarter, in a sense, the whole event that started that entire world domination by despair or something, you know? I feel like it all started with that tragedy in our school, and it just, you know, it's all started from there, and then it grew fast and it went all around the world, and I feel like that's the case.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
We know that, but we don't know exactly what it is. What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
What is the event though?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Fuck.
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it.
Wow. That must have been really bad if even Genocide Jack is like, yo, fuck this shit, this is too murderous for me.
I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Alright, but what triggered it?
And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
Okay. So she's saying something happened, this event, which is called the tragedy, which caused the world to be the way that it is, and the way that the world is what we see on the television. That's just the world right now.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
She doesn't know.
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ah! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
I guess not.
The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
God damn it, this is a lot to process. The world has ended.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
I wouldn't say that the world has ended, but the way that we knew the world, the way that we know that the world is right now, the world is not like that anymore. I guess that's sort of what they mean with the world has ended.
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic.
It's not like we're on a different planet, right?
Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Oh, I mean, considering all the hype that Byakuya has told about his family and stuff, I'm kind of interested in that.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
I guess they fell?
Correct! Well done, peasant!
Thank you, that was a really difficult choice.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
Wow, thank you.
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
There's no might about it.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Uh-oh, he's not gonna be happy about that.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
But he is still here, so technically he could still create offspring together with Toko, for example, and create more, and let the Togami name live on.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority! A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment?
But I guess she means that even if not every single member of the Togami family fell, it's just that the power that they used to have over the world is gone, because the world is no longer the way that it was back then.
You must learn your place, peasant! You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny!
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
Hold on, that doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
God dang it, those eyes. Puppy dog eyes.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
As far as we know.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
That means that just that entire blackout that we had right when we fainted in the beginning, that probably has to do probably when our memory was wiped or something, and it just takes over so much time of our life. It doesn't feel like, you know, for us it felt like we were asleep and we were awake. Like it felt like we were just asleep for an hour or something, right? While in reality it was like several years probably.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Happened to you.
Huh? 2 years ago?
What?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
Yep. Okay, so for us it felt like, you know, Flash, just like an hour, while in actuality it was just 2 years. Wait. What? And that's how much time they basically have erased from our memory. 2 entire years, pretty much. 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Those 2 years.
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memory she took from us, tragedy the entire past our life at Hope's Peak. No, because we remember everything before coming here. We don't remember everything that's happened here, which is why we don't remember what the fuck those pictures are, right? So it has to be our life at Hope's Peak. So that means we've been here for 2 years, and that's the entire 2 years that has been erased from our memory.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy.
Oh, I guess we're halfway to us graduating. Or in Japan it's actually 3 years, right? So, yeah, pretty close.
And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life.
Probably more than that. For you, Hero, it's more than that, for sure.
That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. That's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if it's the truth, this comes back to what the Kyoko said, right? Then we have to accept it. Group photo of Kyoko, like a notebook, like a pocketbook.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus,
huh?
if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Your age, like how old do you think you are plus 2?
Everyone's so conflicted.
Huh. What the fuck? I don't want to believe it. But I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students lost.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like
Photo is
that.
not about the school. This is
We've
not
been
about
living
school.
here for
locker
2
notebooks.
years? Hell no! That's impossible!
Something with the locker.
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything. Heck, I've never even gone to a
This is
single
Kyoko's.
class.
This is all just
The notebook.
surreal.
The notebook was from Hiro.
if
Hiro said
2
he hasn't
years
been
have
to a
passed,
single class.
How freaking old am I?
But the notebook suggests otherwise, right? Because that was actually just a
Everyone's
notebook from a
so
class. Therefore, that
conflicted.
seems to point out that he actually did attend the class. He just doesn't remember. Okay, I guess that's it.
2 years. I could never lose.
We've been living here.
Hell no! I mean, I haven't got. Heck, I've never even
Gone to a single class.
This is all
What?
just
Did we miss that? Goddamn.
How freaking old?
Did I miss that, or is that not the right
Everyone's
one?
so
No, if it's not right, then it's just like
2 years. I
wrong.
could never lose.
We've been living here for.
Hell no! I mean, I haven't got.
Heck, I've never even gone to a single.
No, that's wrong. Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Probably his handwriting, his notes, and all.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that.
It is his handwriting, isn't it? Of course it is.
This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing!
Dude, come on. We've already established that we've all suffered from amnesia and that we don't remember the past 2 years. So saying you don't remember anything about doing what doesn't mean anything anymore.
No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
Yeah.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's hers, Kyoko's.
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's
Except-
no doubt about it.
Except the last one, right?
But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
and the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game.
We've made the choice? We've made the choice to subject yourself to the killing game. Huh.
Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind.
No, 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 no.
Bored.
Woman!
Exploring stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
I'm surprised she actually helped us as much as she did.
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where your memories come apart. Where our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moments where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. That's gotta be the beginning when we fainted, right? Just after I set her foot in the main hall for the first time. And that was when I got my when I fainted. For
I
sure.
got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
Yeah, this fucking moment.
When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall.
I guess this is the reason why it becomes the swirls, is like the next second of memory after that is just gone. So that's why it swirls and it's just disappeared, because it becomes vague for us, and then we don't remember what happened next because that was taken from us, that was disappeared, stolen, whatever you want to call it. That memory is gone, and then the next thing we just come back to where we are right now, where we come to, where our memories continue.
When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh?
I can keep talking all day, that's what I do.
So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's the reason, like, you know, that's why it not necessarily seems obvious, but it seems like the best possible reason, because it's something that happened to all of us, and it just matches perfectly with something that all of us happened to us as well. We all have amnesia, we all passed out, it was all sort of at the same moment, so, you know, that seems to fit.
And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that?
And that's why it felt like we only fell asleep for an hour, when in actuality it was 2 years.
I guess it must have been something like that.
Yeah.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
Holy shit.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
Yes.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school.
Hey, it's good to see you. Nice to meet you for the first time. Oh, when in actuality, you already have been spending 2 years with that person. Wow. That's fucked up.
That's what those photos reveal,
Yep.
isn't it?
God, what the fuck? But why is Junko part of this though? Was she a student here as well? And then what? She just decided to, when the tragedy happened, she just decided to... I guess it feels, I don't know, when the tragedy happened, it was like because it feels like, I don't know, who was it? But I don't know where I got this idea from, that it became this battle between hope and despair. But it seems like just everyone else was on the side of hope, except Junko and Makuro. They went to the despair side.
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
That's even more fucked up. We've been like, you know, we spent 2 years as classmates with each other. Most of us probably knew each other quite well, friends, perhaps even good friends. And it's like, because of this shit, we actually killed each other. Oh my fuck.
And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated! What a terribly tragic tale! Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it!
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
Sure.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly.
What?
It's only natural that I would fall in love.
The fuck are you talking about? Did you eat one of the shrooms on your head?
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it!
I'm not falling for those eyes again.
All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind!
Alright. The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Alright.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity.
The tragedy?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
The tease behind this is so huge. Like, come the fuck on. Tell me already. What is it exactly? What caused it? Okay, we know kind of what it is, right? But what caused it? That's, I feel like, the thing that I'm most interested in. What sparked it?
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end.
Did Trump become president or something and the whole world was like, fuck this shit, I don't want to live in a world like this?
And as you can imagine, the school was no exception.
It's gotta be that.
The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Okay, so the tragedy, it wasn't something that started here. It's just something that happened all over the world, even here.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history. And the ultimate despair
Yeah.
that caused it.
See, that's what I mean. She seems to have started that whole event, right? She seems to have so much power in her hand, but when I look at her, I don't see that. But that's in another way even more scary, right? I don't know.
I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
Does it somehow tie in with Fenrir or something? I feel like Fenrir is just mentioned once and then it just kind of falls out. But Mukuro was part of Fenrir, right? So it's... Fenrir... It was after she sort of came back, right? Mukuro disappeared for a couple of years, then came back. And during those years, she was actually working with Fenrir. But then she came back with the sort of ultimate despair entity, whatever the fuck it's called.
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I see, because it's everywhere.
I just don't understand why.
The world is filled with despair. Fuck.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
That's convenient. Were we like in a bunker? Were we in the safest class of the entire school?
And then, something super neat happened!
The headmaster, right? I'm pretty sure the headmaster, like, protected us.
Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter!
That... Rather than us being, you know, than us keeping, that makes so much sense. Rather than, you know, those, you know, all the windows being closed and, you know, with the metal sheets over it and that sort of shit, we always assumed that it was from keeping us from going into the real world. But it's actually the other way around. It's from keeping the other outside world from getting into our school. Oh my god.
That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
Oh, that makes sense.
Ah, I said it twice!
I didn't know. I mean, it's hard to think of it like that, right?
Now, someone was
'Cause there's no way to know.
responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak Academy into a shelter and isolated. That's gotta be the headmaster. Yep, he
I got
protected
it.
us. It makes
Could
sense
only
now.
have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
And that's why we're like the final hope, you know, because we represent the opposite of our purpose is, and why we're being kept safe here, and why we were asked to stay here permanently, is to try and save the world from despair, because we represent hope, right? Oh my god.
He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise.
I see.
To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, when all the nut jobs of despair have started finished killing each other off, and meanwhile the secret group that represents hope is going to build up the new world.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
Damn.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
Oh my god, it all comes together now. It makes sense. Finally. I'm getting answers.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
That's true. I'm not saying, but like something happened obviously, right? Otherwise Junko wouldn't be here. Otherwise despair wouldn't be trying to take over us. Otherwise despair wouldn't be trying to get rid of us, and has actually successfully like infiltrated within our shelter.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
The two students infiltrated. They're like spies, of course. Of course. They were on the side of despair all along. Or kind of, right? And he accepted those two as a part of his group that represents hope. But in reality, they were just, you know, no, fuck hope, we're on the despair side. So they didn't have a change of heart. They were all on the despair side all along. Fuck. And I guess, do you see the thing that she has on top of her head? I guess that represents Monokuma, right? You know how Monokuma had two sides? Had like a black side that looked like an evil side, and on the white side it looked like, I guess, normal? Or just, you know? But if you combine those two teddy bears together and take the left half of the left, what is it, hairpin or something of Junko, and the right side of the other hairpin, and you fit them together, that's Monokuma's face! Oh my god. And so Monokuma represents both of those sisters. Okay, the ultimate despair. I see.
He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe
Actually gave you access to us.
became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Because despair was already fucking inside. Oh my god. Holy
I
shit.
have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
That's kind of funny, actually, you know? All the time, we're like, oh fuck, why are we stuck in here? Why is this? Why is that? I want to get out of here. But in reality, no, that's not what we wanted all along. Like, obviously, it's because we don't remember what happened. But it's still funny to think about it, you know, in hindsight. That the thing that we wanted all throughout this game is actually the opposite of what we wanted.
Once
All
you
along.
finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
But why did it have to be a game though? Why didn't she just, I guess she wanted us to feel despair rather than just flat out kill us, right?
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years
Ah,
waiting for
that's-
that moment.
That's what they mean with the like entire battle between hope and despair, because we're the ones that represent hope. Junko and Mukuro represent despair. And I guess they just wanted to prove a point to the rest of the world that despair, because the rest of the world is in despair, right? And that's why it's broadcasted around the world most likely. That's because they are in control of the world right now. But if they prove to the rest of the world that despair, that the ultimate despair can win out against these other students that represent hope, and if it's a fair match, then if despair wins, that proves to the rest of the world that what they are doing and what they have done is correct, right? That it's the way that the world is and how it's going to be from now on, and that is the victorious side, basically.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And then to prove to the rest of the world that even those people that represent hope succumb to despair, and despair eventually wins out.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Oh my god, that's dark. What?
Only let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school deathmatch. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world. That was... What was it? Despair? Hack? Hijack? No, it's gotta be hijack. Give me the J. There it is. Hijack.
Now I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about! The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
I guess other people that is on the side of hope.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
Killed them.
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
All the others that still had hope. Oh my.
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
I'm not following.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Yeah, Makoto.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies.
Wait, she chose us to survive?
I mean, we built up
she meant
2
the
years of
15,
memories
yeah.
together. You were all my treasured classmates.
I got confused there. I thought like she handpicked all 6 of us to remain alive, but she just meant like our entire class to remain alive, not just the 6 that are left out of the 15.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
But I don't know, like we lost our 2 years of memory, so we don't even know her as a friend. So I guess we don't really get that feeling.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
But we still won the game, though.
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
Oh, and that's why she helped us, of course. That's the reason for giving us hints.
And if we did,
Oh! So she wanted us to fucking solve this all along because she know that the answer we would come to is just going to give us fucking despair. Holy shit!
our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Oh my god. This is so well thought out. Holy shit.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Yeah, that's very, very true. Truth. Full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless.
meaningless.
I mean, with the world having ended and all.
True. Family didn't matter because our family was probably dead. Money didn't matter because money was probably doesn't have a meaning in this world anymore, I assume. You know, like it does in like zombie apocalypse and stuff. Money doesn't matter anymore in those worlds. What was the other one? It was greed, human connections. I don't know what else it was.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
That's true as well. We murdered for the reason of getting out of here, right? But what are we getting out to? Into even more shittiness. Into an even worse situation. Oh my fuck. Oh my god. This is... I don't know. It's like we never... It's like, you know... It's bad piling upon bad, and it keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already.
That's not her point, Hero.
So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
You're whole helpless. Nobody can help you, Hero.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
True. Even though everything sounds possible, plausible, whatever, I guess seeing in a way is believing. Like, she could have all faked all this, I guess. But I don't know.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
We still have hope, Makoto. We still have hope. Yes. Don't let despair take over.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure.
Just let us peek out of the window then.
Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Well, indirectly.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
You forced us to, in a sense.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
That's the reason why we still have hope, though, right? Because of our memory being taken. We don't know what the world is like. We haven't felt... I'm sure we have felt despair here like when we've been here, but we've only felt it in this area, whereas our life, we feel... Because our vision of the world is what we had of the past and not of what it is now, because we've never seen it. I guess just because of our majority of our life, just we know and we think back of what the real world is like, because that to us is still our world. Therefore, like, I guess hope is still prevalent. It's still there. So I guess in a sense it's actually kind of a curse for her that she took away our memory. Because we've never really felt that initial despair that everyone felt during that time of the tragedy and that entire year. Because we've never lived in that world, right? Yeah, well, I mean we have the experience, but she took that away from us, so we don't know about it. We've forgotten about it.
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
So I feel like that's the reason why I think Makoto still has hope.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
Whoa, what the fuck?
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then,
What?
I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
So you're saying the vote has to be unanimous?
Even if it's just one person?
But that means she herself is gonna vote for that, right? Therefore we're fucked.
Oh, but don't worry.
Oh.
I won't be voting, of course.
Oh, thank God.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Come on, we all got hope still, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
Oh, what? Oh my God, so, so she's basically asking us to believe in a hope of uncertainty? Or go for a punishment of certainty where we know that we're going to be living in this place with no fighting, no killing, basically safe from what she says the outside world is like, right? Makoto refuses to believe it. Even if we think it might be true, Makoto refuses to believe it because we hasn't seen it himself. So yeah, he is really like seeing is believing. If I don't see that the world is like that, I don't believe it. Because once again, it's because of the memories being taken from us, right? So, oh my God. So she's forcing us to either pick between uncertainty or... Oh my God, why does she fucking have to do this? What?
You mean, we just...
Because...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
And that's the thing, right? If we all vote for hope, if we are hopeful, and we go to the outside world, and if what she says is right, then it's actually the wrong choice, right? Because then, according to her, we would just be goners. We'd die in an instant. Well, we'd be dead at least. So, according to her logic, then is that, you know, punishment, or she wants us to think that punishment is actually better than believing in hope in that sense.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
What?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
What? Me?
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
How can you say that with such a cute face?
So let me make this clear.
Oh
Everyone
my
has
God.
two choices in front of them.
Come on, guys, please, don't.
If a single person votes for Hope to be punished,
No.
then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Oh my fucking bitch! Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
I do.
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
I don't know, Kyoko knows. Kyoko's on my side. No, Hina. Hero, please. I don't know if I can count on her. I don't know about Byakuya either.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
Don't bring her father into this.
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Come on, guys.
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair!
I trust you all.
We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote.
Oh my god.
Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
Hope will conquer all. The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Oh, what do we do? Make your arguments. Arguments for hope. Hope photo. What?
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Oh, that's what it's for.
If
What's
I
with the
die,
dots?
the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have
What's
to
with the
leave.
dots though? Every single person says that.
You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So,
Oops.
what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
There is no hope left in the world. When you sleep, it's on a bed of despair. The world is in despair. You are in despair. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna be consumed by despair. You claim there's no hope left in the world. But if despair is contagious, like you said, then so is hope. Then I'll use my own hope to plant seeds of hope inside everyone else.
We won't give up!
Oh,
As long as
we'll
there's
plant
hope,
seeds of hope.
we'll
Right,
never
give me
give
the
up.
hope. We gotta
If
take
I
this
were to
hope
die,
and give everyone hope, right? That's what
That
we
would
gotta
be the
do.
end of Hope's Peak Academy.
That's what we gotta do. Here, dude. No, fuck! I didn't. God damn it!
The only
Fuck!
reason is thanks to the air.
I don't want your dots.
If I
I
die,
have to give
in
you
other
hope
words,
to fill the
communal
dots.
life you've all of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside. So, will you just die?
Oh my god, another heart. Okay, I can't fuck this up now.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the
Give
end.
them hope.
Don't
Right?
lose hope now.
Come on, hero.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place.
No, dudes. Like, the only thing that they're actually, like, you know, everything that she has said, even though it makes sense, yes, it can make sense, and even if it might be true, but it's like we have to, it's like taking her word for it, right? How can we take the word from the person that has fucked us over the entire freaking time? Even if, I don't know if this is even the right decision to give everyone hope. Maybe we should just give up, but I don't know. Hope, I feel like, you know, hope, it's better to die with hope than to live with despair. That's how I feel. Come on, hero.
But to live means moving forward, right?
Exactly.
So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
That's part of living. It's part of life.
I want to keep on living.
Yes.
I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here.
Yes, nice hero.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Nice. This is the first, like, you know, entire sentence or couple of sentences that actually make sense of what you said. Nice, hero.
We won't give up.
Right. I guess we gotta
As
do it with
long as
everyone.
there's hope, we'll never give up.
More hope.
If I were to die, that would
We
be
gave-
the end.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Good.
By the way,
We convinced
the
one.
air outside is
Totally. The only reason we're okay is thanks to the air purifier.
Next is Hina. Come on,
Don't
Hina.
lose hope now.
Come on, you can still swim in the lake.
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Think about what Sakura was fighting for.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm.
Yes.
That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Yes.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
Alright, Hina.
Which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
Come on, Hina.
We won't give up.
Alright, that's 2.
As long as there's hope, we'll
Any
never
more
give
hope?
up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
I've decided to
By the way, the arrow, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If
Nice.
I die,
Hina's on our
secure,
side.
in other words,
Next
the
one.
communal life you've all been meh.
Come on,
Don't
Toko.
lose hope now.
Toko, there'll be plenty of little boys for you to kill in the other world, okay? Just have hope.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school.
Yeah, who the fuck wants to live in school forever?
Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give
I'll
up.
convince him next.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
That would be the end.
Last time to
By the
convince
way,
Byakuya.
the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living as long as
all of you will have to leave.
You'll have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now.
Come on, Byakuya. Tagami, you're Tagami.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
I am.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair.
Nice.
But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
Exactly. You can still make Tagami babies, okay? With Toko or Genocide Jack, whichever one you're into.
So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
Rebuild.
We won't give up. As long
Oh,
as
the
there's
music.
hope, we'll
Come on,
never
more
give
hope.
up.
The only one's
If I were
Kyoko,
to
right?
die,
That would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever the communal life you've all... I can keep on living! All of you will don't have to go into the world outside.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die?
Come on, Kyoko!
Don't lose hope now!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here.
Yes!
I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that.
I'm pretty sure, like, yeah, the goal of the headmaster was for all the students to stay here, but if it's a choice between all of us that are hopeful students sticking together or staying in the school, he would rather have all of us to stick together.
Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely.
Huh?
You came here to bring down the ultimate despair.
Oh?
You came here to confront despair without ever giving up.
Are you saying we're not the ultimate
And if
lucky
that's
student?
true,
Lucky
I
person?
think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
Yes! Oh, I like that name. I love that name. The ultimate hope. That's me, baby.
What the hell are you?
Yeah, shaking in your boots, huh? The ultimate hope. Oh, that's
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop. But still. But I still... What do we... Moment of truth, let's go. Knock the shit out of you.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair!
You suck. What do you want? So uncool.
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Final strike. Ultimate
Despair
hope.
and
Hope keeps on going!
Hope. The ultimate fucking hope.
I refuse to give up! I refuse to get bored! I refuse to throw it all away! I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward!
What's going on?
Hope is winning, baby. That's what's going on.
What's happening?
The hope that we all have. Fuck yeah. Give me the coins.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Come on. Junko! Guilty!
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost? Me? No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be! You still don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now!
Well, that's just totally the best!
Why is she drooling like Toko? Huh?
So this is despair.
Alright, because she never felt it, right? We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far, and fail at the very end, that's gotta be like the old... I almost used her own title against it, but it's gotta be like a whole new level of despair, right?
True despair.
Ultimately ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair. Here, at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste of the highest grade despair. The utter failure of my dreams.
true despair.
Ah, I am so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So, are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I win or won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best.
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true!
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope! And hope is going to conquer, this small group of hope is going to conquer despair. Yeah! Makoto totally seduced us over to his side! Everyone!
hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
But the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko. Yep, and that's the effect of the ultimate hope.
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain!
There's one last thing.
Fine. Just let me say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, that's no skin of my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there's a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course! Because we...
It's fine.
Shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
it can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Don't get in my way!
Fine, if you want to go kill yourself.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth.
Yeah, well, if it's up to me, that's not fucking gonna happen.
Okay, let's do this.
Look at her eyes spinning. Holy shit.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Oh my god, this is not fucking creepy at all. Junko has been found guilty. The ultimate punishment. The 1,000 blows? Oh, she's gonna take all of it? Everything. All the punishments combined. Holy shit. Oh, brutal. Emergency override? What was that button? And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Live at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Holy shit. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Epilogue, goodbye, Despair High School. The fuck? What's gonna happen? We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure, but in the end,
Hey,
we can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence. Like, this is so hard, right? What do we do? Like, we need to get out of there, of course, but we don't know what to believe. What is really, like, you know, do we believe is what what Junko said actually true about the outside world? But yeah, that's one way to find out. And even if that's true, right? Us, this group of hope, with me, the ultimate hope at the center, we can take the world on, take the world over, and bring hope back into the world.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Oh, that, right. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that. Just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it is impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about!
my beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him up so far! Oh, Toko's back. Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married. And then he'll give me a little jewel for a baby.
That's enough.
Please stop. That will be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. but you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
for serious.
maybe when we get out of here, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. A peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward, no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah. That's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is gonna be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey,
What are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts? She's gonna make them herself.
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, You just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be...
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro Hagakuri's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Ina. Oh, you totally opened up my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small. So what can we do? No. We can probably do anything. Yeah! We can do anything! Let's do it.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
Yeah, alright. I'll just let you know the next time I just want to throw away money.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Did Toko write Danganronpa too?
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And
please,
the
no.
others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Hell yeah, we did. Let's see. It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. Press the damn button. The door began to open. With my hands, and then suddenly it's like Fallout 4 out there. With our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh please, what is it gonna be like? What the fuck is it gonna be like? Oh my god. I'm actually in the outside world? Wow, come on, no! Oh my god. No! I guess we just have to have hope, right? Believe in that we turn it around, or that we can turn it around. Oh my god. Holy shit! Oh, what happened with Monokuma? What?
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
This is freaking me the fuck out.
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
So I guess that this image means that despair still lives on. I mean, that was what it was called. Despair lives on. And that's probably why we'll see Monokuma back in Danganronpa 2. But holy shit. Just holy shit, that was just amazing. Like how it sort of built up towards the end of this whole thing about hope versus despair. And how I feel like everything is sort of, all the sort of questions that you had throughout were actually answered. I don't feel like I have any unresolved issues at the moment, except the fact that we don't really know what the outside world is like. But that comes again down to us having hope. It's hope versus despair, right? It was about believing in it and having hope rather than just actually seeing what the result was. It's what we believed in, that's what matters. So, yeah, holy shit. That was a crazy, I wouldn't really say turn of events, but just revelation, crazy discoveries, just crazy class trials that ultimately just how we came to know it as to what exactly happened here at the school, why, and everything. So yeah, we've officially finished Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, the first one. Right now, before the second one is going to be coming out tomorrow on Monday. It's currently Sunday while I'm recording it. I'm not sure when it's on actually all this is going to be uploaded, but I'm uploading it as soon as possible. So yeah. Fuck. Damn. I don't know where to continue with this. This series is over. It's been amazing to play through. It was awesome. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to be starting Danganronpa 2, of course, tomorrow. So look forward to that on Monday. And my god, that was just amazing. That's all I can say, really. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more. Danganronpa will come. We'll start that tomorrow, and then yeah, we'll just continue from there. We're going to be starting the journey of, I guess, despair and hope and everything again. Then I'm still trying in the process of processing. Fuck. Well, I'll see you guys when Danganronpa 2 starts. Peace.